If you run a business, then marketing should be at the forefront of everything that you do. And one of the ways that you can get free marketing is by setting up a Google My Business listing. Here's why. Number one, it is one of the quickest ways to be found by Google search listings and Google Maps if you want your ideal clients to find you. And two, it also happens to be the most cost-effective ways since Google My Business is free. So that is why I decided to create this tutorial to show you how to set up a Google My Business listing for 2021. I will be showing you the step-by-step, click-by-click, and I will also throw in my optimization tips along the way so that you can nail your Google My Business listing for 2021 and get discovered by your customers. So if you're ready, let's dive in. But before we do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell. We publish marketing videos here 3 times a week. So subscribe so that you can support this channel, help us grow, and also get access to all of our content first. If you have done that, then go ahead and dive into the tutorial right now. Okay, let's dive into this tutorial. Let me walk you through. So to begin, you want to go to google.com, which is where I am right now. And the first thing you want to do is you want to either sign in or create an account. So let me click on sign in over here, and I have my accounts over here. So I'm going to go ahead and create an account because just for the purpose of people who do need to create an account. But if you already have an account, then you can obviously skip that part and go ahead and sign in. But there are a couple of things you ought to do when creating your account. So this is why I want to show you this. So click over here to create account, and where it says for myself or to manage my business, click on to manage my business. And then over here you want to put in your personal details, so first name and last name. So if I put in Pam Obasa over here, username, you want your username to be the name of the business. So let's call it Pam's Coaching Business. I'm going to use that for now. This isn't obviously the name of my business, but just for the purpose of this, I'm going to use that. Then you want to choose a password. Confirm your password and then click on next. Okay, now what Google My Business, or rather Google wants you to do is to insert a phone number. This is optional. It says we'll use your number for account security. It won't be visible to others. So you pop your number in there and you pop a recovery email in there. This is very, very important. We'll use this to keep your account secure. So what recovery email would you like to put in? I'm going to choose this one. Then you put in your date of birth. So I'm going to choose let's say July the 7th, 1988. That isn't obviously my date of birth. You choose your gender. And then you click on next over here. So this is important. It says choose personalization settings. So you have the express personalization and you have the manual. So you can see that the express only has 1 step, but the manual has 5 steps. Okay, so for the purpose of this, I recommend you just choose the express because it's so much quicker to get set up this way, and you click on next. And now it says confirm personalization settings and cookies. So you just go through these. You don't really need to do much to it. All you have to do is to go through and click on confirm at the bottom over here. And then it wants you to confirm their privacy and terms. You click on agree over here. And so your Google account is all set. Now add your business profile. So create your free business profile and let customers discover your business on search and maps. So you can either click not now, but we don't want to do this because this is the whole point of this tutorial. So you want to click over here to continue. Now that I've shown you how to create an account, I now want to quickly show you how to just sign in and get to the same place where we were just over here from your own personal account. So over here, you just want to sign in. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to find an account that I want to use for this, which I already own. And I'm going to sign in. So click on next. I'm going to click on next because my password is already there. Brilliant. So I am now signed in. So all you have to do is go to Google. Oops. .com/business over here. Okay, so click on that. Okay, brilliant. So I'm over here and all you want to click is manage now. And here we are. We are now in the same place. You see this tab? It's exactly the same thing. So now I've shown you how to set up your account so that you land here, or how to sign in and land in the same spot. So let's move forward. In this section, what Google wants you to do first is to check if your business already has a listing. Because if it already has a listing, you do not want to create a duplicate listing, because this can really be detrimental to your account and to your listing. So you want to first type in the name of your business, or whatever your business name is, you want to type it in. So for now, I have my fictitious business, so Pam's Coaching, right over here, which I have tested. And so I can see that there's nothing here for that, right? So create a business with this name. So I can go ahead and click that. And then it has started the process. So you can see that over here, it has put in Pam's Coaching over here. Even though this is fictitious, I've gone ahead and modified the name to Pam the Business Coach, just because it was annoying me, even though I know I wouldn't keep this, but let's keep moving. When it comes to your business name, what a lot of people are tempted to do is that they are tempted to add in their location in their business name, because, you know, in all fairness, it might help you to rank higher. But please don't be tempted to do that. So please don't be tempted to do London 24/7 over here, you know, to sort of show the location and when you are open, or when your business is running, because it goes against Google's terms and conditions. So in this section for business name, make sure it is only the business name that you have here. So if you have a daycare business or a plumbing business or a whatever type of business, make sure it is literally just that name that you have in that section. So in this section over here, you want to choose a category that best matches your business's primary activity. So remember, it's the primary activity of your business. Now, why is this important? It is important because it has a significant impact on the keywords your listing will rank for in Google search and in Google Maps results. So you want to make sure that it is your business's primary activity. So for this business, it's business coaching over here that I have put here. So let me try and pop it in and see if it comes up. Okay, that hasn't come up. So let me try just coaching. So I have coaching center, coaching supply, coaching store. I could use coaching center. All right, so I could do coaching center, but I could also, let's just type in business. Let's see what happens. Business school. Okay. Business to business service. This is quite good. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with business to business service, because that's really what this type of coaching is, business coaching. So business to business service. Once you have selected your category, and depending on what your business is, once you start typing, you're going to see loads of other options. So just go through and just think, well, what is the best primary category for my business? And then you click on next. So here it says, do you want to add a location customers can visit, like a store or office? This location will show up on Google Maps and search when customers are looking for your business. So if you run a business, a physical type of business, such as perhaps a hair salon, nail bar, dentist, or even a daycare nursery, if your business has a physical location, you definitely want to click on next. You want to click on yes over here before you click on next. Once you do that, the reason why Google is asking if you want people to be able to visit is because this is what happens. So this is one of the daycares that I have just typed in. So you can see that because they have their address here, Google gives them a map and actually puts a pin on the map. Like you can see these red pins so that people can see exactly where they are. So if you want people to be able to visit you, you might want to make sure that you click on yes over here, which will then put in your address, and then you can have that pin. So if your business exclusively runs online, or if you are a type of business that delivers your services to your customers, so you could be a plumber that goes to your customer's home, an electrician who goes to your customer's home, builders, right? We don't really visit builders, but builders will come to your home. So if you are delivering services to people, or if your business is online and you work from home, that's when you would need to click on no over here. And so these are the two options that you have and the various use cases for them. And then you click on next over here. here. So in this section, it says, where do you serve your customers? And it says you can list your service areas below. They will show up on your business profile and help bring relevant customers to you. So again, it says this is optional. So if you are primarily online and, there's no really a specific service area, then you might want to skip this. But I really recommend that you put some service areas in here. So again, this is something to note. You can change and add more later. So you can put in more than one, right? So it's giving you an example. You can put in states, you can put in cities, etc. So I'm going to put in London over here, London, UK over here. I'm going to also put in Essex, UK over here. Where is that? Why aren't you showing me Essex in the UK? It is in the UK. Here we are. Thank you. So I've put in London. I've put in Essex. I can put in Manchester, for example. So you can put in quite a few different locations. Now, I'm just going to leave these here just for the purpose of this. I'm going to click on next. So in your case, I want you to really think, in what areas do I want to service people? The reason it's important to do this is because it dictates what shows up on your map when people, when your business is on Google and people see your business, right? It dictates that. So if I have a look at this specific one here, for example, right, you can see that not only do you have a map, but you have the surrounding areas around that specific business listed on the map. So these are the various areas that business have put in to Google Map to show where they are able to serve their customers. Please remember that when you put in your various locations here, you can even put in postcodes, for example, here. It won't necessarily help your business listing to rank better. It only helps Google to be able to show people exactly which areas you are able to serve. So it's really for you to be able to find your ideal customers for free on Google in a much better way. But don't be tempted to put in so many different areas and think that because of this, it will rank better. So just be honest and just put in the areas that you know that you can serve so that Google shows it to the right people. Once you have done that, click on next over here. So in this section, Google wants a little bit more personal information from you. So it's asking for a contact number and a website. So why do we need this? Well, if we look at the example that we have over here, we can see that their contact number is displayed over here and their website is also here and is clickable. So these are all part of the assets that Google My Business, that Google wants from you in order to be able to list your business higher. So if we go back to that screen, you want to try to pop in a phone number over here. So hit the drop down and make sure that you have your right country code, etc. And then pop in a number. I'm just going to pop in a number that doesn't belong to me. Okay, over here, and then down below it says to put in your current website URL. So you have three options over here. So you can put in the current website URL. You can also click over here to I don't need a website, or this is quite interesting, you can click over here to get a free website based on your info, and we're going to have a look at that right now. Let me open this in a new tab so that we can take a look. So get a complete website with just a click. It's automatically built and updated based on your Google My Business listing. It's always free. So this is quite interesting. If you click on this one, you then click on next. But for now, I'm going to put in a website for my fictitious brand over here. So I've popped in a website. So if you have a website, pop in a website. If you don't have one, click this one, or just click this one and get a free one. This is what I recommend if you don't have one. But I'm going to pop one in over here, and I'm going to click on next over here. So here it says, stay in the know. Want updates and recommendations for your business on Google? So for this, I'd always click on yes, so that I can get more information. But obviously this is up to you, and it doesn't make or hinder, your listing. So it's completely up to you. But I've chosen yes, and I'm going to click on next over here. So here, what it wants to do is it wants you to enter your mailing address to verify. So it wants to verify all of the information that you have put in. The address you provide here will be hidden from the public. post office boxes are not eligible. So you need a real address in this section. So you want to pop in, make sure you have the right country, make sure you pop in the right address. This is just an address that I have found online. It's not mine, right? So pop in an address that you know that belongs to you. And once you have done that, you can click on next. I've also noticed that you have verify later, which means that you can actually click on verify later and do this step later. Just a quick word for why they need your address here. So what happens is that before Google can verify your business, they will actually send you a postcard with a code on the postcard in order to be able to verify your business. They want to make sure that your address is legit and that you are legit, essentially. So make sure you check your address and that you make sure it's the correct one before you move forward. So I know I'm not going to be getting a postcard because this isn't my address, right? But I'm going to click on next anyway, just so that we can continue with this tutorial. Okay, so in this section, Google wants to find out how we want to verify. So most of you, when you go through this process, there will really be only one way to verify, and that is postcard by mail. So it says here, in order to fully manage and represent this business on Google, you need to confirm that it's yours. That's what they're looking for. So select how you would like to get a verification code. Now, the other thing to note is that a postcard will be sent to your mailing address, and this can take up to 4 days to arrive. So you've already got the business name here. You've already got the address here. You can click over here to edit the address at this stage. Now that you know they will be sending you something, so make sure it's correct. And if it is incorrect, click over here to edit the address. Then you pop the name over here that you want to be the contact name for the postcard, right? So this is it. As soon as you click on mail, ta-da, you are on your way to receiving the code and to being officially verified and listed. Let's imagine you are not ready to verify, however. You can click over here to more options, click the drop down, and you still have the option. It says you can continue making edits to your business on Google, but they will not be visible to customers until you complete verification. So if you want to continue with all of the edits and make, and put everything in there and then hit the verification later, you can do verify later over here. So because this isn't a real business, and I'm really, I feel bad for the poor business that will receive my the code, I'm actually going to hit down here and hit verify later just for the purpose of this tutorial. So I'm going to hit verify later so that we can move forward. But if I were in your shoes, I would go ahead and verify now. Please do it now. So now we're giving some more options. Again, we have the option to skip, but do not skip. Just do it now, right? You know how we all get busy. We say we're going to come back and do something and then we don't. So don't skip any step. Just do it now as I'm showing you now. So in this section is all about adding your services. So remember earlier I had added business to business as a service. So what Google has done is it has added another option for me. So if Google has added other listings that you want to accept, all you do is hit this plus button over here to tick that, accept it, and then hit next. Or of course you can add other services here, but instead I'm going to hit next so that we can move forward. In this section, you want to add your business hours. So most by default are closed. So you want to select the days that you are open and of course select the times as well. So what times are you open? So let's imagine I'm open at 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I would add it right there. Let's say 5:30 p.m. Tuesday, the same thing, 9 a.m. Here we are. So if you are taking a break, for example, so you could literally do so on Wednesday, let's say we open at 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then you can add hours over here to add another set of hours for that specific day. So let's say we take a break at 1 p.m. and we come back at 2 p.m. I would pop it in here from 2 p.m. finish at 5 p.m. over here. Brilliant. So now I have two sets of hours over here. So I'm going to close Thursday and Friday just so that we can move forward. But obviously this is your business, so you can put in your opening hours and they will be displayed. So if we have a look over here, for example, at this example, you can see that the hours are displayed. It says closed just because of the time that I'm recording this. It is super early, so they are closed. So the hours that you put in this section, Google does note that, and people will be aware of for when you are open or you are closed. So it's very important to be careful in this section. Again, you can skip this, but don't skip it. Just select your hours and your days, your opening times, and then click on next over here. In this section, this is actually something new. So Google is asking you to add messaging. So it's to let customers message your business on Google for free. Well, listen, if your customers are given the opportunity to contact you for free by Google, I think you should take it. So keep this on and accept messages and then click on next. The next thing you want to do is to add a business description. So if you're not sure what to put in, just think about this as your about page on your website. So if we look at this other business that I was looking at, if we go to their website, for example. So I'm on this website and I can see that they have quite a decent length about page. So you would literally just copy just a little bit from your website and modify it to go into your Google My Business page over here. So I haven't obviously read this because I'm not trying to use this specific information, but just for the purpose of moving forward, I'm going to paste something in here. Now you have up to 750 characters for this, so use as much as you need in your description, but just think about it. What would you write about your business? And if you already do have a website, then just go into your website and copy from the about page as I did for this business and then paste it in here. So I don't want this to be live. So I'm going to click on next over here. Once you have added your about page, we now want to add photos of your business. So for this, I highly recommend that you add photos that represent your business or photos of examples of work that you have done for your customers. So you can see the description here. It says show off your products or services and let customers peek inside your business. So photos are incredibly important. So if we go back to this listing that I was looking at for this day nursery, for example. Now, I know that you all watching this are going to be, doing all sorts of businesses, and it really doesn't matter. You should really be setting this up for any kind of business that you have. But you can see over here that they have put in a photo. They've put in a photo of a happy child, which represents the type of, the type of atmosphere that they create. Their outdoor space, their indoor spaces. The gate represents security. And if you click over here, you can actually see more photos over there, right, that you can see of this specific business. So they have given you like a really good view of the type of service that they provide. So it really doesn't matter what you do. So if I was filling this out for my coaching business, I might add testimonials, screenshots of client praise, that kind of stuff, screenshots of Zoom calls, anything like that I know will represent my business, I would add those there. One thing I would definitely recommend is that you avoid using stock photos that mean nothing, right? Try to use genuine photos that you have acquired for your business, because this is what will represent you the best. So to add your photos, you simply click over here to add your photo. So assuming you already have your photo saved on your computer, you want to click on select photos from computer over here. And then it will bring up, obviously your computer and the various areas of your desktop. And then you can obviously find your photos, select them. And once you do, they will be preloaded over here so that others can see. So I haven't added any photos, so I'm going to click on skip. But once you add a photo, make sure you click on next so that you can move over here. So now you are being given the opportunity to claim an £80 free advertising credit for setting up Google Ads. So Google Ads are really powerful. So if we have a look over here, we can see that, some of these results over here are ads. So if I go back just a little bit, we can see where it says ad over here. So this is a paid ad, right? So this business, the Croft Day Nursery, has paid to be at the top of the listing over here. So if I type in dentist, if I type in dentist over here, you can also see that it will bring up some dentists. So I don't have anybody paying to be at the top over here. So this is quite a good industry for those people who are offering dentistry marketing services. If I type in business coach, let's have a look. So we can already see that there is this is an ad. The very first one, professional business coaching, get coaching from an expert over here. So this is an ad over here, right? So that is the only ad. So this is quite a lucrative industry. If I was to set up Google Ads, I can see that the competition, there is always competition, but I can see that, there is literally only one person running an ad under these specific keywords over here. So that is it. So in this area here, Google is asking you to claim £80 free advertising credit. But, we'll go through that more in depth in a whole different tutorial where I'll be teaching you how to set up Google Ads. So for now, so if you want to claim that, you click on claim your credit. But for now, we're going to skip that so that we can move to the next level. Over here, they're telling us that your business profile is almost ready. There's a quick survey over here. I'm just going to click on very easy over here so we can move forward. Thank you. So it says you can continue making updates and edits to your profile at any time. Your edits will be visible to customers on Google after you have been verified. So remember that I skipped the verification. So if you have skipped the verification, you won't be able to publish this. So make sure that you do verify. So for now, I'm just going to simply click on continue. So over here, we can see the Google My Business dashboard. This is where it has taken us to. So if I click on get started over here, we should be able to move forward. So there are various things that we can see over here. We can see that we have verification needed. This is such an important point. So if you get to the end and you are now ready to verify, you simply click on verify now over here and you can move over to verify. We can also see that we have only completed 60% of the business profile, right? There are a number of things that we need to do to complete this. So we need to add a description and we need to add a logo. Down here, we can also see that we can accept reviews, but we have to verify the business in order to read or respond to reviews. So again, they're saying go ahead and verify. Now, there are a number of other things that you can see on this dashboard as well. So for example, you can update online appointments, update your business hours, update your post your COVID-19 update over here. So there's quite a few things that you can do. And the beautiful thing is that it is all free. Over here, you can add a manager to your business. So that means that you can invite more users to manage your business profile. So if you have outsourced your marketing to a different company, or perhaps you have a member of staff who is going to be managing, your business on Google. So you click over here to send an invite to them, and you simply click on add users. You add their email over here. You choose on selecting a role, so you can add them as an owner. You probably wouldn't want to do that as a manager or as a site manager. And then they will be sent an invitation to join your business and they will be listed there. Right over here, you can learn more about your business, discover how customers find and interact with your business. But again, can you see where it says verify now? So it's probably said verify now in at least 3 different places over here. So we have it here, we also have it here, and we also have it here because we can't actually move forward without doing that. And have news about your customers to share. This is where you go to create a post telling your customers about events, promotions, or products, etc. You click over here to create posts, and you can go ahead and do that over here. So I'm going to close that for now. Let's go back to home. This is where we were. So just moving down, just to look at everything else that we can see on the dashboard. And here we are, that £80 advertising credit is still down here. So this is your main dashboard. So let me just walk you through some of the things that we know from this dashboard. So we've walked through the home section over here, which is your main dashboard over here. The next thing we can see here are posts over here. So in this section, you can create a post, create a special offer post to add to your listing. So over here, you can feature a special offer. You can set dates. You can make it easy to redeem by adding coupons, terms and conditions, and a link to redeem the offer. And you can click over here to get started with that now. But where I really want to take you to right now is here where it says info, because there's a few things that we need to do. So you notice that over here, this is pretty much where all of the information that we had plugged in earlier are. So we have the name of the business over here. We have the main category of the business over here. We didn't add a location over here. So imagine if you wanted to add a location, you would simply click on these pencils to change or add anything that you want to. So everything is editable over here. You simply click on that pencil and you are able to edit that over there. So we have the service areas over here. We have the opening times over here. We haven't added any special hours. We do have a phone number over here. We have a website over here. We haven't added any products, but here we have services. So over here, you can see the primary category that we added to the business earlier. So I strongly recommend that you click on the edit over here, and then you add a second business category. So over here where it says add another business category, I strongly would recommend that you add another business category over here. So if I had done business to business services and I wanted to add a second business category, this is where I would put that in. So let's imagine that I wanted to add a secondary category being marketing. I'm going to type it in here, and I have quite a few here. I can either go for marketing agency, marketing consultant, telemarketing services, internet marketing service, etc. So I'm going to choose marketing agency over here. Once I have done that, I can click on save, and now I have a second category over here under marketing agencies. So first I had business to business services, and then I have marketing agency, and within each place you can even add yet another service there, another custom service over in that section. So I highly recommend that you play around with that to find, other services that are close to what you are doing, because the more you add, the more you can rank. So in this instance, what I'm asking Google is to rank my business for business to business services, to rank my business for marketing agency. And within that, I can still add other businesses, other types of things that I think that my business could rank for in that section. So play around with that and add as many as you believe you can rank for. You can add up to 9 categories, so make use of that. So if we go back, so you can see that it has jumped me over to services because these are really services. So let's go back to where we were, which was info. So if we scroll down, I want to show you something else called attributes over here. So in this section, I want you to click on this pencil and to add your attributes. So attributes are pretty much things that you want your customers to be aware of. So for example, with COVID-19, you might want to add an attribute for health and safety going appointment required, mask required, staff get temperature checks, staff required to disinfect surfaces between visits, staff wear masks, etc. Now, these obviously have to be things that are in alignment with your business. So think about your business and just think what attributes. So if we read the information here, it says, let customers know more about your business by showing attributes on your business profile. These may appear publicly on search, maps, on other Google services. So if you if people are going to be meeting with you, then you definitely want to add this in to keep them safe. But if you run an online business like I do, then you might think of other types of attributes that you want people to abide by. So for example, I would still keep this one, appointment required, right? Because just because I work at home doesn't mean that you can reach me just at any time, right? You still have to schedule an appointment, but I may not need any of these ones. So online appointments is something that I would definitely select, and I would click on apply over here to add those attributes to my business. So you can see now on my dashboard, they are now listed here. And I'm getting this notification again, which was to verify. So moving down on this info section over here, you want to definitely click here and add a business description if you haven't already. Remember, this was one of the things that I skipped, and this is the section that I said is your about section. So make sure you add that here. You want to add your opening date if you aren't open already. And of course, here it says add photos because I haven't added any photos, but we're going to get to photos in a moment and I will talk about that. But moving down over here, we have insights over here, right? So insights are, this is where you get to discover your customers. So you get insights. You need to increase your customer base with simple analytics. See how you compare to other businesses, how many customers find you, and how they engage with your business. So this is where you really get insights, just like you would on other social media platforms. Google My Business, Google also gives you insights that you can use. But of course, we can't get access to insights because we haven't verified the listing. And of course, the listing isn't actually live. So I can't show you that here. Moving down, this is where you get to see your reviews. So you get to show customers that you are listening. This is where you reply to reviews, connect with your community by thanking customers for their thoughts or responding to their concerns. So this is, that highly coveted gold star. This is where it will be. But again, if you haven't verified, you won't have access to this. But once you have, when you start getting reviews or you need to respond to reviews, this is where you do that. Now, below that, we see messaging. Now, messaging is where you get to answer your customers' questions in a snap. So let customers message you in this section. Provide quick answers that get you business. Questions go straight to your phone without revealing your number. So if you remember at the beginning when we were setting up this profile, that we added a phone number there. So if you make sure that you add a real phone number, because your messages will be going to your phone. But again, you need to be verified in order to use that. So let's quickly jump down to messages over here. Sorry, to photos over here, right? So you can post photos and videos. This is so important. Select from existing media or use your camera to do that. Very, very easy to do. All I did was click that plus, and already it's beginning to pull up photos from my desktop that I had already saved, but I'm going to skip that. But just to very quickly show you, there are a few things that you definitely want to add. You might want to add a logo here, and you might want to choose a cover photo. These are very, very important. And of course, because most businesses have gone online, businesses have Google My Business has given us the opportunity to add a video. So for example, if you are an offline business operating online, but you want to have some sort of virtual tour of your business, this is where you upload the video. So if we go back to these businesses that I had earlier, so let's open this one, for example. Let me open this one. This one is running an ad. So we can see that their photos are down here, right? We can see their 5-star reviews. We can see all of the amazing things that makes this business trustworthy. We can see that they have also connected to their Facebook profile. There's a lot that we can see from this specific profile over there. So make sure you add your logo, make sure you add a cover photo, and if you have videos, add them here so that you are easily found. And finally, moving forward over here, let's click on products over here. So over here, you can actually add products to your business profile and show what you offer, what you sell. So if you are a coach like myself, you want to add some digital products. If you have physical products, add them in there. Whatever type of business you have, you definitely want to add your products in here by simply clicking on Get Started and adding your products. And then, of course, we have already done services. This is where we added those categories so that we can rank. And then below that, we have a website over here. So my business website. So if you remember earlier where we talked about, where I shared with you that if you didn't have a website, that Google My Business can actually create a business website for you for free. So it says create a free and customizable website based on information from your business listing. You can experiment with the site's design and info before publishing to the web. This is very, very important for anybody who doesn't have a website. Simply click over here to get started and the process begins. And what it's doing right now is that it's using the information that I had already provided to sort of create a website for me. So it says, welcome to your site. Your site updates automatically whenever you change your business info in Google My Business. So let's click on Get Started again. So over here, I get to pick a theme for my website. Look at that. Look at that. It's already doing it, right? So if I had added images for my website, it would add it here, etc. But this is brilliant, right? This is just a simple, no fuss way to get started. Can you see my business hours are here? Can you see my phone number that I had inputted earlier is here, right? So I can choose lots of different designs that I think would suit my business. This is cool, isn't it? So let's just go through the various ones that they have. I actually quite like this, and coincidentally it's called Lagos over there, which is brilliant. So over here, when you select your theme, you just click on that over here. And then over here, you want to let customers know who you are and what you are all about. So tell your story, right? So this is where you add in a header and a body. See that about section that I had missed. Again, it's asking me to do that. And you can input all sorts of text over here. So add text over here, and you can make them bold if you want to, etc. You have all sorts of ability to move things over here. You can even create links over here. So if you wanted to link out to other parts of the World Wide Web, you could do that over here. And over here, I can add photos. Let me click on save over here. I can add photos. So if I go to my computer and I can find, let me see what photo I can use just for the purpose of this. Let's add this over here. And let's see what that looks like and where it pops up. I really like this. And one thing that I really love about, about using, these online services such as Google My Business or even social media is that there are lots and lots and lots of free tools that you can use to grow your business. So why not? Why not? Okay, so when you are ready, when you're all done customizing your site, simply click on publish over here. Right, so I'm not going to do that just yet. Let's just go through and have a quick look at that. Oh, voila, there is a photo here. There is a contact us here. Let's click on more to see what it happens. Publishing. So your site isn't published yet. You can hit publish now. Right, tips for getting customers. You can find that out here, etc. I'm not going to publish now because this is obviously not a real website, but there is so much over here that I can see that I have the ability to do from my free one-page website, which I just created in a matter of seconds. In fact, Google created that for me. So this is absolutely brilliant over here. So you can scroll down and there's a number of things that you can see over here. Over here you have the users. So these are people who have been added to your business to help you to manage. So I mentioned earlier how to add your users. Very simple. Click on add users, add their email and add their role over in that section, and they will be notified. So these are pretty much the foundational things. Over and beyond that, this is all about creating Google Ads, which I will go over in a separate tutorial, an in-depth tutorial, and get a custom Gmail account for that business name that you have, add a new business, getting verified, linking to your ads and your settings and support, etc. So I highly recommend that you play with all of these things, but the most important thing you want to do is do not skip anything. This is important. This is literally free advertising for your business. So please do not skip anything, complete everything, and then go ahead and publish. Hit publish, and then you are live. And then you will begin to rank for those keywords and various services that you had put in. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm really excited for you, and I hope that this training has been really useful and valuable to you. Comment below and let me know if you have listed your business on Google and what type of business you run. I'm really keen to know, who you are and what you do. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take a look at this tutorial to the left, where I will be sharing with you exactly how we use Facebook ads to grow our business. See you in the next training.